Attention, attention, attention. This is the NetB of the day. I am your net controller, team number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo. If you're around and would like to check in, please come in with your call sign phonetically. Reminder to all that the net is being recorded for training purposes. You may begin.
Juliet number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Okay, check in, check in. More check ins. Oh my goodness. Nobody, nobody. One person net. That's not good. Anyone else?
Ticket number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Oh, is here. Anyone else? It is the Jonet B of the day. Anyone else? Anyone else? This is the official call. It is now 4:30 p.m. Come in.
Kenya number 4, Lima Echo India on listening mode.
Kenya number 3, Whiskey November Golf. I'm also on listening mode, and then I have to step out at 4 our time to do the interview.
Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, let's begin. Warm up round. So it is nice to know someone is listening at least, so it doesn't feel so cold. Oh my goodness. Ah, it's hard being the net controller, talking so much. Use a lot of the chi from the heart when you use the mouth. Uh, anyway, so this morning we're talking about the celestial medic stuff. Lots and lots of knowledge. So if you have not been on our net, remember that showing up is very important. Anyway, so we'll go for a warm up round, and then we'll see if anyone else would like to check in again. One of the highlight I want to point out is drinking water. So there's this common thing. People think that, oh yeah, you need to drink how many cups of water a day is healthy. Drinking water is good. It's good. No, it's not good when you over drink water. And when you drink the wrong type of water, it's also bad. Okay, so let's take a look at the water. So there's so many different types of water. First of all, you have hot and cold, or warm, right? So you have like warm, like room temperature, and then you have hot, and then you have cold, like ice water, fridge water. They do different things when they enter your system. Water itself goes inside your body and it works the water element, which is the kidney, and also it helps everything to flow. So water is like an element that goes in and it just carries the chi and moves the whole thing. So when we drink water, what what do you want the whole system to be more like? If you drink warm water, like not warm, but like room temperature, right? That's neutral. So yeah, it will slowly progress. It's good. No, very steady. But if you drink hot water, it helps the whole thing to work, to get heated, to work, right? When it starts to work, it manifests. The chi come outside. It helps you do that. When you drink cold water, you make everything stop, make everything slows down. So when you're like your system is overheating, right? You can use cold water to make it slow down. So if you drink too much cold water, there's a problem because you're cooling down your intake, that chi. You're cooling down everything, and your spleen up to a certain temperature, it will stop functioning properly, and you will have stomach issue. So we need to know the type of water we drink, right? You can't just drink water is good and keep pouring ice water in or keep drinking ice drink because keep intaking of the ice and cold stuff is not good for the spleen. Okay, so let's go. Tina number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Teammate number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. It's interesting that you mentioned water, Satran, because the other day I read this article where this person drowned from drinking too much water. Apparently, drinking too much water could actually overwhelm your system, and you can drown from drinking too much of it. I had no idea. But I was also wondering about the chi inside the water. Is the chi impacted by, let's say, the environmental factors? I know that's a yes, but to the extent that I'm referring to is like, I don't like to drink tap water. Tap water is just tastes nasty to me, and it has too much chlorine. I just don't like the chlorine. I try to avoid it as much as I can. Like I have a filter in my shower. I try to drink bottled water, because the tap water just like I just don't like the amount of chlorine in it, and I just don't like how it tastes. It just have a really metallic, dirty taste. Like it just tastes disgusting. And a couple of times I remember I was like in New York and I put on the tap and the tap water came out like soy sauce. It was horrible. I was like, what the hell is going on here? So those types of water, it don't necessarily have to look like soy sauce, but what is your take on tap water and bottled water? I know they say bottled water have a high levels of different microplastics, but everything have plastic in it. But after that conversation today, that you told me that the plastic itself does not hold the chi as well as the actual plate and the other word you use. It wasn't just a plate, caloric, materic. I can't remember, but yeah, the plates that I have are made out of. Well, I would assume it's made out of clay. You know, it's kind of like a shiny kind of tile stuff. Those should be able to hold the chi well. But generally speaking, apart from the water, the utensils that we use to drink water, I think that is something we should pay attention to as well. I did remember seeing this jade cup on TikTok. This quote unquote Taoist practitioner, he says he drank from this jade cup because it empowers the water, and some garbage, more propaganda from the CCP. But it was very flashy. And as you think, I realized a lot of the different sects, they do a lot of flashy stuff to trick people, more smoke and mirrors. And after thinking about the elements yesterday, and I was reviewing some of the work at night, I felt like the way how the Celestians organs operate, they, like, if you've ever been on a stage, like if you've ever been on a stage or behind the stage specifically, I feel like that is how the celestial organs operate. They're behind the stage, like they're the area where everybody works and they can see the audience go straight forward, but the audience can't see to the back of the stage. And the audience is like a representation of like the doctors, like Western medicine. They could only see the physical what's on stage, but they don't know what's actually going on at the back of the stage, all the work that's happening, all of the work that's putting. It was just very fascinating. This is Tiniat number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Yes, that is kind of right. It is the backstage because you can see it. About the water, well, I'm lucky enough that Canada, we have better water than you guys. So our tap water, I want to, is drinkable. I have a water tester, right? I tested the tap water for the cleaningness. It's pretty bad, like compared to my distilled water. But if I use like boil water to compare, it's not so much of a difference. So boil, not boil, it's pretty much the same kind of cleanness, right? But if you distill it, it's gonna be like super clean, like very clean. So I would say, just buy a water tester. That's where the science kicks in, and they let you know how clean that thing is, right? So you look at the numbers, and that's one way you can look at like the physical water. But if we look at the chi of the water, then there goes the wisdom, right? So today we talk about distilled water having more of a positive chi, because distill is like you're at heat, and over time the chi pushes it up, and it's like a steam, and then and then you spin those vapor into the container, right? So that's how the distilling works. And it's very clean, first of all, and it's very positive. So if you drink water, no matter it's whatever like temperature it is, like except ice and cold, distilled water is still a little bit more nicer for most people because it energizes. It's a wood element, right? So it fuels the fire, meaning like whatever you're doing, it add more push behind, right? So that's good. Yeah, it's good for most people, right? You have boil water. The boil water is is fire element because you manifest, right? So boil water will also give you that fire chi, okay? But fire plus fire is like you're boosting. It's like I have one person, that boosts. But if I have like the wood giving to the, then it's like a help, empowers. So it's a little bit different. It fuels you more. So yeah, it depends on what you want, but both are good, boiled and distilled water. Yeah, there are other types of water, like we talk about the water that is cold, or boil water, and then you cool it down, right? When you cool down, it becomes earthy because you contain it inside something, and it becomes earthy, right? So you have earthy water. Cold is the water element. Neutral, straight out of a tap, that's like gold element. So it has a little more properties of the chi to it. So when you're drinking water, you can think of like what you want more, right? And be more mindful about it. So just a little bit more on top. Tier number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Ticket number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. Good afternoon, everybody on the net. And if you haven't been to the net, you should really treat it like a personal invitation consult. Get to know everybody in here. This is a good thing. You don't want to hide. What are you hiding? Shadron always says the only thing that hides is E. So are you E? You're not E. So anyway, I'm really intrigued with this whole water thing. So I know that in Western medicine that there's such a thing as called water poisoning. It comes from drinking, I think it's called polydipsia. Yeah, that's what it's called. You drink so much water It's actually an OCD thing. They just keep drinking more water until it makes them sick. And there's an actual condition for that, and it is dangerous, extremely dangerous, because the body can't handle that kind of thing. It can't eliminate it fast enough. So I was listening to Shang Shidi, and I know exactly what he's talking about, that water holder, that cistern. When I was a younger woman, that was kind of a thing to have in your home, with this big clay pot of water. You just set it in this water for room temperature. It was supposed to be healthier, and it allowed the chlorine and chemicals to kind of dissipate. But the funny part was that when they dropped it off at your house, it was encased in plastic. So I don't know how that was supposed to work. You got this plastic bottle sitting on top of a clay pot at room temperature. I guess that, I don't know what the health benefit would be for that, but I do understand that there are different properties to water. We do know that it is three of them. There's a solid, a gas, and a liquid. So it makes sense that this property of water would help things to flow. And so now I ask, would this also apply to when we shower with the water, a hot shower versus a cold shower versus a warm shower? And I do this in the morning. I kind of alternate it a little bit, so it's not like I got a complete cold shower and shock myself, but sometimes I take a hot shower and sometimes I take a warm shower. So are there benefits to the showering? Tingette number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Okay. Water. Shower is you're dealing with the body temperature, so it depends on how you feel at the moment for your positive soul, right? So if your positive soul is already kind of weak and you don't have much to provide for it, and then you want the thing to relax more, and then you go like hot shower mode, it will just make you more tired, because hot is like the chi come out, right? You feel relaxed because you're empty. It's like, oh yeah, I just took a hot shower, now I want to sleep already. It's because your chi is all gone, right? You're too hot. So if you take a shower that is too hot, right, it will make you like relax, release too much, and your positive soul is gone. Then you come out, you feel like noodle, right? Cold shower, not talking about ice cold, but what is cold is kind of like cool, not really like ice, not ice cold. Cold, normal cold shower. It helps you to regroup. So it brings the chi back in. It picks up the chi. It's good if you are like kind of want to be more awake. You feel like yourself is kind of like I'm lacking sleep today. I need to get myself together so I can, go through this meeting or whatever, right? Yeah, take a cold shower, make you mental clear, immediately, because your chi is coming back, right? It's strengthen, tighten. The soul chi is, like I explained it before, is like a cloud, and then inside that cloud there are little dots. So if your cloud is like big and the dots are scattered out, the chi is called loose, weak chi. When the thing is like grouped in and the dots are closer together, then it tense up, right? And that is strong chi. So when you take cold shower, your chi tense up. You will tense up too, because you kind of, oh, it's so cold, right? So when you're like that, the chi come back inside and you feel the strength again. So yeah, if you feel like you need that mental clarity, you need to tense up, you can take a cold shower. So it's not like which one is better. It's more about what do you need. And for, remember, like I said, sometimes I wake up these days and then, oh my goodness, the cold chi attacked and so on. Like, if there's already cold chi attacking you, you don't want to take a cold shower, because when you take a cold shower, right, the cold chi will might as well come in, and you're welcoming in the problem. So yeah, when there's like cold chi, you want to have a hot shower, so your chi is like going out. It pushes the cold chi that is latching on you to go out as well, and you will like dissolve that stuff, and it won't get in, so you don't get sick. Okay, so let's see. Well, anyone want to check in?
Unit number 2, Delta November Golf.
Unit number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
I got 2. Anyone else? Okay, team number 2, Delta November Golf, come in.
Team net number 2, Delta November Golf, Xiajian Gijang, and greeting everyone on the net. Yeah, so talking about the water, CG already talked about the shower. How about like a therapy, or like we going to gym? We are also like sometimes they have a sauna, right? And sometimes also they have another room, is like a steam. And I've been to the Korean sauna. I got like about maybe 20 room of different kind of sauna, like sauna from the clay, sauna from the charcoal, and I think like what sauna from the wood, from the sand, or so many sauna room. I think it's different kind of property, and then what is that for the. I think there's a purpose for what is that good for the body. It's like but that one is also the recommended by the doctor. I think for me it's like I think it's what our body needed, right? So if we are lacking of water, maybe like and we go to the sauna, I think we're gonna pass out. That's I think we want to go to the sauna. We drinking. We want to take it out the amount of water in our body. So it kind of like you know, the body is not too much water, I guess. Yeah, it's what do you think about that, Jajon? Back to you, net control, net number 2, Delta November Golf.
Sauna is a very hot thing. You go inside and you're being cooked. You get sweaty and there's a lot of sweat coming out. It's a good thing if you have a lot of damn chi issue, especially like what is the damn chi? It's like the chi that is stuck inside and cannot come out. For example, you feel your body is very tense up, having some pain and sore, like very heavy, sluggish. You do a sauna, it makes the damn chi come out. You're forcing it to come out. So once a while, yeah. Every day, no, okay? Because it's very extreme, right? And also going to a public sauna, not a good idea. You think about it, everyone is releasing, right? That same room. Everyone, including the ye crap. It's in the air and you breathe it in, right? So, yeah, good luck. It goes back into you. So I don't know if anyone really would do that, but not me. Back in the old days when I was living with my ex-family, they had a sauna room in the basement. I never use it, but it's weird. It's like the sauna room you can sit like 3 people, 2 people in there, and it's kind of like a prison, like torture. Go inside, steam yourself, go crazy. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it doesn't matter what you do, but it's the same idea, right? You go inside, you get hot, so the chi come out, and it releases the damn chi. Yeah, if you have a lot of damn chi, sure, but at the same time, it's not a thing that you should be doing all the time. Like damn chi inside should be coming out like by itself when you work the internals well, not by forcing it like that. So this will be like if it's in the middle perspective. The sauna is like a one-time treatment. Like you do it one time, it's enough. It's too much for a regular thing. Tina number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Unit number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the discussion's been about water, but it sounds like we're talking about water in general. As Ding Xia Di was talking, I was thinking about the opposite of a sauna. Like there's a lot of people that are into cold plunges these days. Like it's considered to be a really thing that's really good for you. So they'll buy special tubs for it and they'll fill it with ice and do it every day type thing, even if it's just for a minute or two. Supposedly it has these beneficial properties for the body and things like that. A while back I tried giving myself cold showers, which is pretty hard. I've got to admit. But even maybe just like just turning the hot water half down, before you get out of the shower for a minute, that might do something as well. I think that puts the chi into the body, doesn't it? Takes it in rather than out. After a hot shower, would that kind of bring things back? And what else about water? There's a lot of people who've done all these experiments about the way that water is kind of programmable by people's thoughts and things. So have you seen that guy called Masaru Emoto who did these experiments with water crystals, where he gets people to look at a particular type of a particular thing of water and to project thoughts of hate and nasty stuff onto it. And then when you look at the water crystal, they're all just broken up and look nasty. And then another one with feelings of beauty and love, and the crystals are all perfectly symmetrical and that kind of thing. What do you think about that? Unit number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
King number 4, Lima Echo India. I'm back from listening mode and back in.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, the water thing. Well, water has the property of negative. It absorbs chi into water. So that's why we use water as a container for a lot of magic, because it is a good absorbent. So to say it is programmable, I would more say like it's like a memory block. You can put your stuff inside, and your negative chi, which is your mental power, your thoughts, can be put inside, right? So yeah, you can be talking, venting, whatever in front of the water. It will store your chi inside. Whatever crystal thing looking like this or that, it's bullshit. That doesn't change anything. Like that's more like a physical thing because you can see it, okay? But in reality, it doesn't do anything. It's the chi that matters. So same thing to food, right? Like you eat watermelon and you curse in front of the watermelon and then you eat it, right? Like it's going to go into you, that curse, right? So it's just like what we taught all the time. You have bad thoughts, you start cooking, and that become poison because your chi goes inside, right? So if you are cooking with like bad mood, bad intention, then it becomes like that. It's not about like, oh, I'm thinking about love and good things. No, it's about your actual intention, right? It's like if you think about love and whatever romance and all that love sweet stuff, but you're thinking of like you will be on a date with this woman, but the woman don't like you. Is it going to be good? No, right? It's still poison for the woman, right? So and then you hand the woman the food, right? It becomes like poison to her. So it's not about like, oh, you think about good things and then it will have good stuff inside. No, it's not like that. It's about the actual thought. Okay, so you have to be more human. You don't look at the stuff like it's westernized, mechanical or robotic. You know, it's not like that. It's very human. Your soul goes into things that you touch and interact with. Anything, like we said all the time. You give someone a gift, and you could like have bad thoughts, and while you touch it, when you touch, your positive soul goes in. When you think, your negative soul go in. When you focus, your neutral soul go in, right? Your soul power goes into things. It goes into other people's life. Then it will do stuff. That's basically what it is. We have been teaching it all the time. It's very common sense. So water is only one of the many things. And you can do that same thing with anything. Food, right? Poster, the cat toys, anything can carry your chi. And once it does, it's going to cause the effect on other people. Tier number 4, Lima Echo India. Come in.
Tingette number 4, Lima Echo India. Yes, Adan. I just recently parked. Hold on, give me a minute. Okay, I just recently parked at this her place. I don't know. Going into like the location, it looks like something out of a horror movie. I came in. I guess it's a mental institution. But once you come in, it looks a lot better. The building looks clean, but the road there with so many trees and it's just something I wouldn't want to drive at night. It looks looks something out of like a horror movie. But I was hearing the net about the water and the lesson on the like your intention when you like do that before. I think this is where I struggle with. Like I'm trying to get better. Like sometimes like I have that meridian clog, and it makes me go negative and feeling like angry, and then I don't know why I'm angry, and then somehow like my brain just give it a reason, and then let's say if I'm like helping with food, like example, like that one time I came home from Uber. I was feeling, I don't know, like moody and from Ubering, and then she asked me help her with the egg rolls, so I help out while being moody, like after getting home from Uber. And then I forgot what happened, but she's like, see what you did? You're like, you came home pissed off from Ubering, and then you affected the egg rolls, and I kind of remember, I kind of saw something. I think something fell and cracked, or I don't remember, but that's what happened that one day. Tingette number 4, Lima Echo India.
I remember. The egg roll cannot fry up, right? That day, that time. Yeah. Well, you increase your knowledge, right? You understand more. Then when that kind of thing happen, your immediate response should be finding out why. This morning, there's a highlight on Net A. One of the highlight is how um, Western mindset or Western medicine mindset works. Okay, so what's your symptoms? You go to the doctor, right? What's your symptoms? Oh, I have headache. I have pain at the head, pain here, here, feel like no power. Okay, medicine for you. Okay, this is painkiller. Kill the pain, kill the pain. No more, right? They don't care why the pain happened. That is the Western mindset. They look at the symptom and they kill the symptom. So you eat this one, no more pain. You can't even feel anything, right? Yeah. So you cough, okay, I don't care. I just stop your cough, right? That's what they are doing. So you're not actually healing up. They don't care. They turn off your alarms, okay? But when you go to a Chinese doctor, or for like you come to me, a celestial medic, our mindset is like, okay, what are you feeling? What's your symptoms? Oh, I have pain here. Okay, my instant response is immediately I'll think about, why is there any pain? What caused the pain? Okay, we deal with that cause. So it's like you say, oh, I have pain in the stomach. I ask you, what do you do before that? What have you ate? Oh, I ate watermelon. Okay, that's why. So I figure out why, then I can find a solution to it, right? So you never act before you see the why, right? Like, for example, there's a rat. The rat comes into your house and ate your lunch, right? So you come home, you look at the table, the lunch is like flipped over and half of it is gone. So the Western doctor will be like, oh my God, the lunch is like flipped over. And then you get mad right away. For a Chinese doctor will be like, who flipped my lunch? What did it? And then you go find out the mouse. Like, oh, the rat is here. Damn, I found this guy. So it's time to like kill the mouse. Okay. No more lunch will be damaged from now on. Right? But the Western doctor is not like that. You see the lunchbox is flipped over. All they know is to flip it back and then put more food in it. The mindset is very different. So you need to change your mindset to like, when you have anything happen, always ask why. When you figure it out, then you know what to do. You're not going to be acting based on emotions. Tenet number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Tenet number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Just to backtrack a bit, Sajwan, when you were speaking about the chi, I always conceptualize chi to be like fuel, and it is fuel, like how a car utilizes fuel, goes into the tank and it comes out the tailpipe. But the way how you describe in the chi that we use and we bring down from our pre-heaven, it sounds like even though it is our fuel, it still has the capacity to still linger around us. So it goes in, it comes out, it moves around, kind of like when you see a swollen movement of gas or fog or smoke around you, it kind of has that type of movement. And listening to Shang Xia Hong, when he was talking about the ice plunging, yeah, I actually saw that as well. A lot of podcasters like Joe Rogan would be, promoting it, talking about it's good for the nervous system. It actually came from this guy called Hoffman, some bullshit. He's an ex-quacker who would go into like the Arctic and dip his entire body and stay for hours, and has this ability. It said he was able to cultivate it through some type of mind bullshit that he probably copied from the Buddhists and the e-crap. Where he could turn off his nervous system, where he do have to feel the pain or the coldness, all kind of crazy shit this man does be talking about. And he also has like a breathing method that he was prescribing to people to activate your nervous system. I was stupid enough to try it once, and after I did it, I feel like my ears were ringing after. It's called tinnitus, and I had that. I was like, what the hell? I was like, yeah, I ain't doing this shit again. This is stupidness. And you were talking about the mindset with Lisa Hong. Yeah, I think most doctors have a mindset where they're not inquisitive to figure out a problem, because if you go to them, they don't want to think or figure out nothing. They want to feel like you have the answers. I did the work, I went to school, I don't want to think about nothing, I don't want to figure out nothing, I just want to know. I just want to be like, the JC God, all knowing. I don't want to be inquisitive to figure out what is this. Is really a mindset and perspective change, like you said once. Life is to be unfolded, not planned, or something along those lines. But I do know, like most doctors, when you interact with them, they don't want to have to figure out an issue. They just want to hear the symptoms and copy and paste either the book or the book that they've memorized. So completely different perspective and cultural difference. Tenet number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Yeah, going back to that thing, dipping yourself in ice. I heard it, like I saw some of those craziness. I thought it would be a hell idea, Isn't that like a torture? Right? Whenever you shock your body, right, it's not good. It's very simple. You throw like a kid in there, they will cry, right? Like crazy. So why do you have to get yourself into such a condition, right? It's never good. Never good. There's no good to it. Chi is one of the two nature primordial element. Like that's how nature comes to be. One is D1. D1 is light. Okay, so it's white light. It contains everything. That's D1. D2 is black. Black is no light, and it forms an opposite of light. Light doesn't move. Chi moves, and it moves like swirls, and it moved the light and moved the stuff around. So you can say Chi originally is like wind, because it is like wind. It moves things, but it can move in different direction or different method. It can be like still and not moving. It can be moving down, moving up, moving out, moving in, right? So that's how it is. And for us here, in the post-heaven side, right, as the chi moves down to us, it gets burnt by our heart system, and it become warm, and then it stored inside the bottom system. It becomes hot, and then you have the three different types of chi, right? When chi is up there in the ghost altar, it's like there's no hot, right? So it's cold. So that's why we say it's negative soul, because it's cold, right? When it comes down to us, it starts to get hotter because our heart burns it. So it becomes warm. And then it's stored inside the belly area, and then it keeps inside, like you keep heat inside a container. It gets warmer and warmer and warmer. Then it gets hot. When it gets hot enough, it boom, and then goes out the body and manifests to the outside. Then your actual body feels the heat. So that's the cycle. And after the heat is gone, right, it goes back into the pre-heaven, and then your Yun San and so on. Yeah. So anyway, team at number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Team at number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. Well, this is a lively discussion, and I have more questions. So here we go. I've been thinking about this water thing, and being kind of an outdoorsy kind of girl, back in the day, it used to be a thing to go stand under a waterfall or be outside and let the water hit you from the top, a thunderstorm, you get out in the rain and let the rain hit you. That was so cool. You just feel so refreshed. I'm wondering if that's even a thing, or we're just deluding ourselves, being delusional, standing around in the rain or under the waterfall or in the river. That was another thing. You get out in the river or get out in the ocean. Oh, this is so cool to get out in the ocean, get out in the river, and sit in the water that way. Is there anything to elemental water, the source of where the water is? Is there anything to that? And one more thing, I noticed that there was something prescribed for Wing Shamya, and there was a scent, there was an herb, and it was applied to one specific part of the body. Is there anything to why? I mean, I guess it's affecting the ghost altar when it's applied to certain areas and the smell. So the source of the water, one, two, the property of the water, the smell of the water, like you can add different herbs to it, like mugwort, or you can add lavender or some other type of scent to it to give it a different property. How does that work? Thank you. Tingette number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
First of all, it's not adding scent to the water. It's more like you have the ingredient and you're using the hot water to cook that medicine. So the medicine has a wood property instead of whatever other properties. Okay, you kind of flip the two things around. So it's not the water that is the main dish. It's the herb or whatever that is the dish, and the water is moving it differently. Right? It's just moving it. So don't do that. Stand below the waterfall and all that crap. Stupid. Your energy body locally, right? The opening on top is the entrance, and then the bottom, at the groin. So if you stand under a waterfall, there's a lot of chi, non-stop blowing down into your system and clearing everything out. So after all that is done, what are you doing? Your heart is going to be flushed over and over and over. So it empties your heart. It empties your positive soul, right? Your positive soul, everything. Flush it out. Yeah. You're so refreshed. I mean, look, let's try this. Go somewhere, okay? Take your debit card and keep swiping, buy everything. Your bank account will be very refreshed, like it's new in no time, right? Do you feel good? So if your debit card, your bank account is being refreshed to the point where it's like new again, I don't know why you like that idea with your own system, but anyway, sometimes people have a weird thing, right? They like to be poor. Number 4, Lima Echo India.
Tingette number 4, Lima Echo India. Yes, Anand. Yeah. It's that's quite I don't know. I think I zoned out a little bit, so I forgot what was talking about. Tingette number 4, Lima Echo India.
Tired, huh? I was talking about the waterfall. Stand below the waterfall and let it like hit your head, pretend to be like in the movies, right? So I was like, yeah, that's like you're non-stop blowing the wind into your energy body and flushing it out. So how can that be good? So I compared to, your bank account. You keep buying things, flushing the money out, and then your bank account is going to be like refresh. My bank account is like new, like no money, right? So how's that going to be good? You're going to clear the whole body, the whole heart and lower system. Everything is being cleared out like that. Your everything, including good stuff, is being cleared. That's a stupid way to do stuff. Yeah, back to you.
Oh, okay. I finally get what you're saying. Yeah, I actually seen like a lot of Buddhist practice. Uh, I think they do this as well. Like they'll cross Indian style and have like a sitting this kind of like a water thing over their head. Uh, Somehow they really like the theory of like emptying everything out, like clear everything, even your mind. Um, yeah, I guess that can't really be good for you at all. Um, yeah, and like that seems to be like what their belief system is. Like the more empty, the better. And yeah, I think that's pretty kind of stupid. The no meat is stupid enough, but the emptying everything out is also, I think, also stupid. Um, yeah, the talking about clearing out your mind, and they kind of love like emptying out their wallet as well or something. Talking about karma. Uh, yeah, Tinya number 4, Lima Echo India.
Yeah, you empty it out to the boss. Right? You look at the Shaolin guy. The boss is rich. The normal people have to empty. That it empties to where, empty it to the temple. Senior number 2, Delta November Golf.
Ticket number 2, Delta November Golf. Yeah, again. I think I think the water is one kind of like a element it's very useful also when we use for magic. I think it's if we are like sending example like sending we put the god, we can do all like cleansing stuff like that. And then sometime when we drink it, is that feel good we it's kind of like in the other uh like it any other religion like or they're using a singing bowl like to do the frequency to hit the water like boom and like matching the waters matching become frequency and like can be like the source of healing like that uh is that the possible like put the frequency into the water and then the waters become like the source like or whatever we need it according like a frequency that we put it into the water and also like for example like we chant or we are we bless the water is that also do the same thing like we also put the frequency like we've sanctification like a purifying the food or the water or like whatever uh, so that properties become like it's very useful for us to do many things uh, and also if like yeah I think like when we are burning the food and then we drink it through the water right the god go inside the water and then we drink the water and then we are become like a healing or cleanse and purify the system. So that is a vaccine and consortium number 2 Delta November Golf.
Okay, we talk a lot about water, but I think it's getting a little bit too much to the wrong direction already, because I have to emphasize when I need to do magic on people, I don't need anything. Like when I'm saving Wing by distance, I don't use any water, any light, anything. I just soul travel over and it's done. When the DLT people need to help me, They don't need any water. I don't need to drink anything. They just do it on their end, and I'm done. Magic is pre-heaven stuff. It's not bonded to any post-heaven matter. It's not limited to that. We can use the post-heaven element as one of the many methods to do stuff. But if we want to, you don't have to use it, right? Like, for example, you can open the portal to AC and then grab the power of the pre-heaven 7-star, blast it onto someone by distance, bam, magic, done. You don't need water. The whole thing doesn't need water, right? You go do exorcism on the 15th, leading the army, there's no water. Like, you don't even need it. Water is like, yeah, if I have, cool, I can use it. If I don't have it, I can still do stuff, right? Magic is not energy work, okay? Got to wake up from this. I can see you're drowning that water thing. So, yeah, wake up, right? Magic, you're using the God to do stuff. It's not energy stuff. It's not energy work. So it's not like, oh yeah, I put the energy into the water, it's going to do this. No, okay? And all that frequency, whatever, hit the bowl thing is a scam. There's nothing about that at all. It's a scam, okay? The frequency shit, it's not going to do anything. Like, you have crab, you have sickness, it's not going to do anything. One of the ex-disciple was like in China, and he went to that Buddhist whatever thing, they promote those frequency. So yeah, he said, oh, this frequency can help to heal whatever problem, and they have a relative with that problem. So he was like, okay, I bought my whole device that can generate the frequency, and he hooked it up with the hi-fi and play it at home all day long, 24/7. Right? Super amazing hi-fi. And it doesn't work. Like, yeah, it has no effect at all besides just being so annoying. So, yeah, the whole frequency thing, it's a scam. Just cancel that out of your life, okay? That is like super stupid. To deal with a lot of the problems, especially crab issues, which a lot of them are, you need magic. You need pre-heaven powers. Pre-heaven powers is not found in those like herbs and earthly stuff, not water, not fire. All the stuff that you can see in this world and you can touch in this world, including microwave, sound, or anything, like even the radio frequencies, they're not going to affect E-crab. E-crab don't care about these things. They don't see these things. These are all D8 element. E-crab is in another dimension. Is not going to care about your stuff. Okay, you can take your salt, your crystal, whatever, throw at them. E-crab don't care. It doesn't matter, right? So magic, you are talking about another thing, right? So yeah, leave the water for the health and food and stuff like that. But the healing, the magic, no. Okay. Tier number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Senior number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. Yes, okay, I understand that that don't get into the energy, like they're working with energies and things like that, which is such a kind of common New Age type of idea that floats around. I was wondering, on my property, I have a spring that comes out of the ground, and that's where my water comes from. That's what I drink and that's what I shower in and things like that. And it also the spring continues down out of the property and goes down the mountain and joins other springs, and then goes to, becomes a big creek and then joins a river. I was wondering, like I was out there walking around my property with my daughter one day, and I thought, oh, I'll put a big god in at the spring where the spring comes out of the ground. Just thinking that all the water that comes from there that I use to drink and shower with and things like that could be, I don't know, blessed by the god or something like that. and I was thinking it all, but that would also go into the creek and the river and anyone else who touches it, and then into the sea. What percentage? Like, I was just wondering if you're doing something like that on a small bit of water, and you're joining it with a larger body of water, does it get diluted when it kind of merges with a bigger body of water? Like if you're doing magic on a cup of, because you say when we're doing the like a drop from the water that we've charged or whatever from the ritual, can be put into a bigger water spray bottle, and you don't need a lot because it's just that little bit that's needed. I'm just wondering about that principle of a small amount with something that you want being put into a larger amount. Does it spread, or is it the same power, if you know what I mean? Yeah, TNet number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
One of the common disease of people is you look at magic like it's energy, it's physical, it's robotic and mechanical. But what if you are the God, okay? You are the God. I tell you, anywhere that I dip this green paint, will go there and cleanse or whatever, okay? Do something, okay? So now I have this green paint in my hand. It's a cup, right? Okay, so yeah, I'll go around and, dip and draw stuff. So anywhere you see the green paint, please work on it. You get it, right? Now, if I take this and I put it into like a whole swimming pool of water, much more water, the whole swimming pool become the same kind of green. So now you look at it, are you going to clean? Yeah, because it's the same paint, right? Same agreement. So if I dip this into an other swimming pool, does it work the same way? Yeah, because it's the same green. It's an agreement, right? You are looking at it like the God become the water, and then the God is like going to be bigger or smaller based on the physical medium. It's so stupid. It's an agreement. From the beginning, I already said, magic is an agreement between human and God. So why are you thinking that the God somehow is like a chemical inside the water? It's it's the wrong way of thinking. The logic is wrong. So make sure like when we talk about magic, you're talking to the God. So if my intention is I'm going to put the God into the spring, right here, a pool of water. My intention is, the whole area that will have the water, I need you to stay. Anyone pick up this water, help them, okay? Help them heal or whatever. So yeah, it will work just for the people here. It doesn't matter where the water flows to later, right? Anyone go there, pick up the water at this location, which my agreement said, will get the magical effect because of the agreement, right? So let's say if we somehow, right, very cool, we have a big temple on top of the mountain, and then we have like a huge spring where we go there to do stuff, and then we call that our Tinyat sacred spring or whatever, right? Yeah, I can like link it up to the altar, and then I can put a God there and say, anyone pick up water from here, and if they are a believer of our lineage, they can use the water and get help from our God through the altar. So anyone go there can go pick up the water, right, and then go home and then use it. Yeah, as long as it fits the agreement, the God will know. That can be done. Actually, it was done by the China Taoism. Yeah. They have like in the China Taoism in their temple, right? There is a spring, and the spring flows to a well, right? And there's no, not spring. There's a whatever body of water. It flows to this well, right? The well is then being channeled to a place in front of their temple, and they put like a sign there saying, "This is the magical water of the temple. Anyone do magic, you take water from here," right? So it's like pre-chicked already. You just take a bottle, go grab it, and go home and use it. Like basically that's it. If you're a disciple, it works. If you're not a disciple, it doesn't. That's the agreement, right? So they have done it, and it could be done by you as well. It doesn't matter, right? Like if we have a temple, we can say anything that flows out of this tap, right, is magic water. The tap, like kitchen tap, toilet tap, right, is magic water for whatever purpose. So anyone come here, open the tap, and they have the intention of, I want to be healed or whatever, right? And they have to be a member of our lineage. Then, the God will automatically do that based on the agreement. Yeah, sure, that works. You don't even need a spring. You need a faucet, right? Like that tap, and then just get the water out. Yeah. So remember, magic is a God and human agreement. It's not energy work. Oh my goodness. So many people falling into that trap. Anyway, so it is already time, 5:33 p.m. So giving you all 73, and we'll see you back online or on Nessie tonight. This is Tia number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo. It's clear.
Number 2,